Christmas is coming, the snowflakes will be falling. It's the most wonderful time of year.
Hi guys, so it is Monday, December 12th. I did not chat with you guys yesterday at all. I just really was not feeling like vlogging. It looks like I'm not wearing anything. I'm wearing a tube top, so don't be alarmed. But yeah, yesterday I just really wasn't feeling it. So I figured we could just do a little bit more today together, do a little chat. I did want to chat about kind of like mental health in the holidays and just kind of that side of things while I do my makeup, and then do a couple more festive things today. So yeah, I think it'll be a nice vlog. It'll be a cozy vlog, which I feel like most of mine are just like cozy, like obviously at home, like things and whatever. So it's not your cup of tea. It's not your cup of tea, but I'm living my life, doing my thing, being me, being authentic to myself, and not letting myself feel like I have to be something I'm not, or have to do things that aren't true to myself. So yeah, I'm just gonna... Oh, Luna is such a turd when I'm not paying attention to her. But yeah, so I worked out this morning, which was really nice. I did like a leg day, and I did record it, not sideways though, so I'll probably put it on my TikTok. Sorry, I'm distracted right now because Luna's literally just like trying to get into things. But I think I'm gonna put it on my TikTok later. I feel like with workouts and things, like obviously I'm not trained. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not like certified in anything. But like for me, I'm just trying to figure out what feels good, what makes my body feel good, what I even like to do when it comes to moving my body and working out. So, sometimes I like to record my workouts, and so that I can even just see like what my form looks like, or be like, oh, that's what my body looks like. I look pretty good today, There's really nothing wrong with that. She's such a turd. Oh my god. But yeah, I feel like my mental health these past couple days, it's been a bit I just have a lot of like life things happening right now, and I know that sounds like super vague and whatever. I just don't really feel like getting into it right now. But like everything's fine. It's just like a lot of life things that are stressful, a lot of unknowns, and I don't do well with unknowns. Like, oh my god, did you see her? She's so distracting from my conversation. Would you please stop? Could you please lay down, ma'am? Ma'am. She's really actually quite mad at me because she had a stick that she was trying to bring into the house, and she was chewing on it and it was getting everywhere, so I threw it outside, and then I wouldn't let her come back in the house with it. So we were like doing like a little back and forth for a little bit, where I would shut the door most of the way so she couldn't come back in if she had the stick in her mouth. And then, oh my god, 1 second. Oh, okay, sorry about that. Hopefully she behaves a bit better now. We had a little chat about timeout and how that is in her future, and typically that does help. So timeout will be in her future if she continues to act up. But what I was saying about, what was I talking about? I think I was talking about my anxiety. I've been just feeling really anxious recently. I just have a lot of, like I said, life changes coming up, whatever, and I don't do well with change. I don't do well with transitions, but there's a lot of unknowns with it. Oh my god, it's almost squirted in my eye. I don't do well with transitions, and knowing that I'm going to go into a period of a big transition in my life is pretty stressful, even though it's a couple months away. So it's like, Abby, why are you stressing out right now about it? I don't know. I don't know, you tell me. But yeah, so and I also think I get stressed out around the holidays, and like around December, when like school is on a break and like I don't have as much to do. Like today I literally have nothing to do. I'm trying the like cold girl makeup. If you couldn't tell, that's why I've spread blush all across my face. But yeah, I have nothing to do today. Literally nothing. But it's like I've done all my work for school. Like I'm just done for the semester. So like I shouldn't feel guilty for not having anything to do, but I do. I always feel guilty about it. I feel like people probably like look at my vlogs or what I'm doing each day, and they're like, you're a waste of space. And I'm like, well, you're not wrong. No, that's not true. I'm not a waste of space. And I just kind of sometimes feel like it in these moments, and that's when that's when I know my anxiety is getting bad, is when I start to have those thoughts and whatever. But you know, you just kind of got to get back on the horse after you have them. You got to acknowledge it. You got to accept that that's kind of how you're feeling and whatever, but can't let it rule you. Can't let it rule your emotions and feelings for too long, because that's when it becomes a bigger issue. Oh, I think that's cute. It's like, yeah, that like cold girl, like, oh, I just got out from the snow kind of a look. And I thought this blush might be good for it because of the tone of it. It's like very pinky. It's the Cheek Heat from Maybelline. I don't use it very often. It doesn't stay very long. I will say that. Like, I do notice it, like, doesn't stay very long. It's like, you know, but it blends super nicely, and it does have a nice tone to it. So sometimes I like to use it. But yeah, anxiety, not great. If you have anxiety, you know, sucks. But you know, it's about not letting it control you, control your emotions and whatnot. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. But I'm traveling this week for like a couple days for a work trip. So I think I'm also anxious about that because I haven't flown since August, which is kind of been weird for me. I know it sounds wild, but like last year I probably flew to visit Jordan like once every month or two. So I was flying like pretty frequently. But yeah, I haven't like had to fly in a long time. So I think I'm also kind of anxious about that. But my sister will be going with me. So this is like the first time I've flown with somebody in a really, really, really long time, because my family, we went and had a vacation in a while, like before COVID. And like I haven't flown with anybody since then, since literally my sister and I, she was actually my last flight, like before COVID. We went to visit our brother while he was living in Connecticut for our spring break in March of 2020. So we had left like March 3rd or something, and it was like 2 days after we got there, we got emails from the school saying that our spring break was extended for another week. And like while we were in the airport, like we were wearing masks because like our family had been like, you know, nobody knew what COVID was. They were like, let's just have you guys wear masks just in case, whatever. And Lexi and I, like, you know, it was like most people weren't wearing masks at that time, but we'd also were like seeing people start to wear masks, and like it was actually pretty wild, because I remember our flight home was pretty much empty, which was really wild. But yeah, that was the last time we flew together. COVID happened, so fingers crossed we don't cause that to happen again. Where'd she go? Gotta go find her real quick. Oh, while I'm standing up, what do you think? My pink kind of like tracksuit outfit. Isn't this cute? They both have butterflies on them, the top and the bottom. Oh my god. She thinks I'm flying. Excuse me, miss. No. Do you want to go to timeout? Do you want to go to timeout? No. Then you lay down. Good girl. Okay. Timeout. She doesn't like it. She hates it. So it's kind of the threat I have to put out there sometimes, but gets the job done. You know what I'm saying? What was I saying? I don't even remember. Sorry, guys. Sorry this is all over the place. Moon has not made this easy for me right now. Oh, man. I'm going to do a kind of like a real sparkle today. I'm using this palette because I just feel like I need a sparkle today. I need to feel my sparkle. And sometimes you have to sparkle from the outside to make yourself feel it on the inside. And that's okay. Fake it till you make it. But if you're feeling anxious, especially around the holidays, I know that can be like an anxiety invoking time for people with like, you know, missing loved ones, not being able to go see family, or being anxious around family and being anxious about those situations and things. Just remember to take care of yourself, you know, whether it's just being able to sneak away from your family for like 10 minutes to sit in the bathroom on your phone. Like, do something that's going to make you feel good. Look out for your own mental and physical and emotional well-being, and, You know, sometimes you gotta set boundaries. I think that's something that's different between our generation and like my parents' generation, and my mom and I have talked about before, is like, and my like sister and I talked about this recently actually, is like our generation is more like protect our peace. Like, even if they're related by blood, like that does not mean we have to have a relationship. That does not mean that I have to love you. That does not mean I have to like have you in my life. If you are bringing me down and putting negative energy into my life, why would I invest time into that? Why would I invest energy into that? So that's kind of how like our generation thinks about things, is like setting boundaries and like not just sticking with relationships because there's blood, you know, relation, and like we can choose our family and we can choose the people we want to invest our time and energy into, rather than feeling like we're forced to invest our time and energy into people who aren't worthy of it. But like my mom's generation, for them it's like family over everything. Like, you know, you always stick with your family even if you don't like them. Like most of the time, like their thoughts are like, you're not gonna like your family most of the time. Like they're like the generation that jokes about hating mother-in-laws and father-in-laws and whatever, and like I don't know, I don't really love that. But I know that's kind of where me and my parents differ on our thoughts, is like I don't feel the need to invest time in people who don't invest time in me, slash who I just don't care to have a relationship with. Because as an introvert especially, I already have a pretty low social battery. So when I am gonna be social, I like to be kind of like picky and choosy about who I'm gonna be social with and whatever. So, you know, just protecting your peace and looking out for yourself, especially around the holiday season, is gonna be important. Making sure you're looking out for yourself and, you know, investing time into the people that you want in your life. So, you know, on the flip side of that, like, it's fine if you want to set boundaries and like cut people out of your life, but you know, you could do that. You could protect your peace to a point where, like, I've seen a lot of people post about this on TikTok recently, where you're like, you don't have any friends, you don't have anybody in your life, and that's not good either, you know? So it's like being picky and choosy about who you're going to have in your life and who you're going to invest time and energy into, but also recognizing that, like, in order to have relationships that are meaningful and that you do care about, you have to also put effort in and put energy into them as well. And, you know, people aren't just gonna keep knocking on your door if you keep turning them down. People aren't gonna keep texting you if you never text them first. People aren't gonna keep wanting to hang out with you if you're never trying to make plans with them, you know? So, yeah, protect your peace, but also be mindful of the fact that people aren't gonna stick around for people who aren't putting effort in, you know? So, yeah, that is my makeup. That was my little mental health chat. And I just want to remind you guys, take care of your mental health this holiday season, every day, always, throughout the year, whatever. But my hair needs to dry so that I can straighten it and finish this look off, because I feel like this is going to look good with like straight hair. I've been really trying to figure out what color I like my hair at, because right now I feel like, you know, I'm trying to like kind of let the rootiness grow out a little bit, and then maybe just go back into like highlights. But I also really do like being mostly blonde. If you have any thoughts about my hair, kindness only though, but any thoughts about it, let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are. But yeah, that was it. I'm gonna come back in a little bit. I'm gonna attempt now to make a homemade gingerbread house, so we're gonna do that together, but I'm not sure how it's gonna go. Never done it before, but we're gonna give it our best shot. Okay, so like I just said, I'm gonna attempt to make homemade gingerbread and a homemade gingerbread house. It's a big feat, but we're gonna attempt it, you know, we're gonna have confidence in ourselves and our love of the Great British Baking Show to do this. So I have all my ingredients over here. I will pop the recipe that I'm following into the description box. I found it on Pinterest, so I have no idea how good it is or not, but we're gonna trust it. But I think I'm just gonna have you set up, and I'm just gonna put it all together. So let's do
So
it.
hang up your stockings, put the tinsel on the tree, because Christmas is coming, my dear. It's the only time of year the reindeer fly. You can't see them on their sleigh ride across the sky. Gather all your family round, or go out and paint the town. It's the only time of year the whole wide world turns upside down. So baby, light a fire and we'll toast the night away, because Christmas is coming our way. Reindeer fly. You can't see them on their sleigh ride across the sky. Gather all your friends around, or go out and paint the town. It's the only time of year the whole wide world turns upside down. So baby, light a fire and we'll toast the night away, because Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming our way.
Hey, Mrs. Claus, this one's for you. Tell me, sweet mama, what's a guy to do? I'm tired of pretending it's just who I am. Come on, Mrs. Claus, let me be your man. Awkward shaving, wear a cap on my head, by matching robes all shiny and red. I'm begging you, please, I'll do all that I can. Come on, Mrs. Claus, let me be your man. Ever since I was a little boy, I never cared much for all those toys. You've always been the one for me, my beautiful angel on top of the tree.
People, it's the moment of truth. It's time to decorate and to attempt to stick this together. We'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work, we're not going to be too upset about it, but I'm really hoping it does. Apparently National Gingerbread Day. I did not know that when attempting to do this. Let's get out my house pieces first. I will say, like you all saw, I didn't really have any precise measurements. I just kind of went for it. I just kind of went for it and decided that whatever happens, happens kind of a vibe. That was my bad.
Christmas Eve, if you're feeling alone, go right ahead and pick up the phone. Give me a call, I'll come quick as I can. Oh, come on, Mrs. Claus, let me be your man. Claus, this one's for you. Tell me, sweet mama, what's I gotta do? I'm tired of pretending this is who I am. Come on, Mrs. Claus, let me be your man. Oh, Mrs. Claus, let me be your man.
Holly hanging across the door, neighbors singing tales of yore. It's so close, hardly can wait. Waking up on Christmas, children dreaming without a care. 'Tis the season most everywhere, so come home. There's no better place, waking up on Christmas Day. Tinsel wrapped around the tree, snowflakes dancing in the street. Presents tied up with a string for you and me. So grab your stocking above the fire, bells are rocking to the choir. No, nothing else is the same, waking up on Christmas Day. Waking up on Christmas Day. Tinsel wrapped around the tree, snowflakes dancing in the street. Presents tied up with a string for you and me. So grab your stocking above the fire, bells are rocking to the choir. No, nothing else is the same, waking up on Christmas Day. Waking up on Christmas Day.
This is the finished product. It's, you know, it's like that, like nailed it, like Pinterest versus reality kind of a moment. Reality's not that great, but I did it. I did a homemade gingerbread house, which is what I wanted to do. So yeah, this is the gingerbread house. So yeah, it's a little wonky, a little lopsided, but oh well, you know, it's kind of cute. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me try to do that. Thanks for watching Vlogmas number 7. I think this was Vlogmas 7. Yeah, I think it was. So thank you for watching. Remember, you're amazing, you matter, and you are loved. Can't wait to see you for Vlogmas number 8.